Today we are going to read a story called A Vote for Isaiah. And I like this story because it reminds me of one of my best friends whose name is Isaiah. And he actually ran for student government when we were in high school. And the Isaiah in this story is also running for student council, which is similar. So we've been talking about how our country has a government, then there's a state government, then there's a local government for cities and towns. But then schools can also have their own student government, so students can help make decisions for their class community. So let's go ahead and see what happens in this story. Isaiah walked down the hall with a poster in one hand and a roll of tape in the other. "What are you doing?" asked Omar. "I'm running for student council," said Isaiah. "You're not running," said Omar. "You're walking." "Funny," said Isaiah. "I'm walking in the hall. That's the rule, you know." "I know," said Omar. "But I am running for student council," said Isaiah. "Why are you doing that?" Omar asked. So, Omar's trying to make a joke, but when we say someone is running for a position, they're not actually running. That just means they're a candidate or they want that position, but, people have to vote for them first. "I want to be on the student council to have a vote for our class," said Isaiah. "That sounds like a good idea," said Omar. "Maybe you can vote for more recess." They both laughed. "Well," said Isaiah, "I do want to be elected to help our class, and I guess more recess could help." So it sounds like in their government or their student council, he's not running for the position of president. It looks like each class might have a representative who will vote for their class when the school is trying to make decisions. So Isaiah wants to represent his class in the student council. Maybe I can help you," said Omar. "Let me see your sign." Isaiah held up his poster. "Vote for Isaiah," read Omar. He looked up at Isaiah. "That's it?" "What?" said Isaiah. "It needs more," said Omar. "More?" asked Isaiah. "Like what?" "Like people should vote for you," said Omar. "Oh," said Isaiah. "Why should they vote for me?" "There's lots of reasons. Maybe the sign should read, 'Vote for Isaiah. He's really smart and friendly and honest,'" said Omar. "But that's too much to put on a poster," said Isaiah. So we've talked about how when a candidate's campaigning, they need to make sure they're telling the voters why they should vote for them. "Okay," said Omar, shrugging. "How about he's smart? That will make students want to vote for you." "You really think so?" asked Isaiah. "Where should I write it?" Omar looked at the poster. "It will fit here at the bottom by your name." "I need a marker," said Isaiah. "I have one in my desk." "What color is it?" asked Omar. "Blue," said Isaiah. "Why?" "The rest of the poster is blue," said Omar. "It will all look the same. How about red?" "I never thought of that," said Isaiah. "Good idea." "I really like art, just like my dad," said Omar. "I have a big red marker in my desk that we can use," said Omar. "Okay," said Isaiah. The two boys walked back to the classroom. "What is this?" said Omar. "There's a sign on the door. 'Grade 3, vote for Melinda,'" read Isaiah. "She can't do that," said Omar. "The office said I could put signs on doors and walls too," said Isaiah. "But she's not in our class," said Omar. "She's in Mrs. Johnson's class." "Anyone in third grade can run for student council," said Isaiah. "But we don't want her to win," said Omar. "We want you to win." "Thanks," said Isaiah. "Let's take down her sign," said Omar. "I don't know," said Isaiah. What do you guys think about why is he not so sure about that idea? "If I take down her sign," said Isaiah, "she'd take down mine?" "Oh," said Omar, "that's a good point." He looked at Melinda's sign. "I just don't think it's right to take it down," said Isaiah. "It's her sign, not mine." "But it's on our door," said Omar. Isaiah sighed. "I know," he said, "but we want the vote to be fair. If we take down the sign, we won't really know who the class really wants." "I didn't think of that," replied Omar. Besides, Isaiah explained, if I have to cheat to win, probably don't deserve to be on student council anyway. And I think that applies to any game, sport, whatever it is. If you have to cheat to win, you probably didn't deserve to win. I know. We can put my sign on their door, said Isaiah. The kids in Mrs. Johnson's class can vote for me too. That's why you need to win, said Omar. You have good ideas. Isaiah smiled. Let's get that red marker, said Omar. I want you to represent our class. Isaiah and Omar opened the door and walked into the classroom. I only have one sign, said Isaiah. I think I need to make more. I can help you, said Omar. He took the red marker out of his desk. Come over to my house after school, said Isaiah. I'll bring my art stuff, said Omar. Great, said Isaiah. So that's the end of the story. And there's just some questions at the end for you to think about, like, why did Isaiah want to put a poster in the hallway? What do you think about Omar's advice to take down the sign? And then why did Isaiah leave Melinda's sign on Miss K's door? So Omar suggested taking it down, but we saw that Isaiah didn't think that was such a good idea. So just think through those questions, and we can share your responses later. Hope you enjoyed the story.